All right, let's make sure we grab our items here that are free. Gotta do that, and then we'll address that shortly. Okay, so I think we're live. Let's check to see if we are. Go to our channel, live. Nice. Okay. Cool. So grab the link, put it into our live stream area on Discord, of course. Boom. And today is December 3rd. I mean, we're already in December. Where has the time gone? I don't even know. Ooh, are we live? I'm pretty sure we're live. Yeah, okay, we're good. Hey, Gary H. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Always nice to have you here. So we officially have... Yes, hi, the one. Nice to have you here. It is nuts that it's in December. We're in December already. It's crazy. Yeah, so a lot of things going on. December is probably one of the busiest times, I would say, in Hero Wars. In a good way, of course. In a good way. But it is very, very busy. That's for sure. So, all right, we put our link in the live stream. The contests for Sundays are now up, right? You can kind of see here for web. We have the contest entry up, and then we have the Facebook contest entry up as well. We'll start that up next weekend, so go ahead and feel free to put your names in the entry there. The videos for Saturdays are not quite up just yet. I hope to get to that either before or after tomorrow's live stream, so that is kind of the current game plan. So yeah, sometime hopefully between now and the end of tomorrow's live stream, after that, I'm hoping to have the videos up. So that is the plan. Ray, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Good day to you. Thanks to you and the picker wheel for the prize. Absolutely. And you said you finally won a promotion battle to get into Silver League. Congratulations. That's exciting times. I know Bronze League can be a grind, and I know a lot of teams try to prevent. Obviously, you don't want to be dropping tiers if you don't have to. So a lot of teams do try to prevent those guilds coming up from advancing. So that's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations to you and your guild for moving on up in the battling leagues, right? The PvP, I guess, essentially portions, right? The guild wars. So congratulations on that. Francis Zegan, hello to you. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. So day 2 of logging in out of the 3. I did not log in yesterday. Well, I did to make some hits, but I didn't really do anything substantive in game. Just was not up to task yesterday. I was really tired. So, all right, we got our welcome guests, Legacy the Great Ones. We're going to grab our daily logins, the VIP rewards, which I really appreciate only because of the Chaos Cores. I don't really care about the artifact coins at this point, but we have expeditions started. So I haven't really done much of that. So we'll start off with that. But expeditions are always, one of those key everyday things that over time adds up. So we're not going to skimp on that. Make sure we claim this here. Very close. We won 880 to 876. That's definitely a close one. Congratulations on the win. And I think what that means is hopefully this weekend or this upcoming week, you are able to take advantage of being in Silver League and use those, prizes, or find a way to continue to increase your guys' strength and go for some, either a decent rank, hopefully, right? When I say decent rank, I'm talking like when you first get into Silver League, it's really hard to get beyond probably like rank number 7 unless Silver League's that tight. What that means then for you is that you want to try to increase your Titan teams and your heroes just ever so slightly so that you're a little bit stronger than you were last weekend, because that'll give you some separation room from, the guild that you beat potentially and any guilds that you might be coming up against. So yeah, that might be, that might be a good use of your guys' as a guild's week. So hopefully that all works out for you. Congratulations though, again. That's a huge accomplishment. It's really tough to move up leagues. I just always think it's tough. Yeah. I will say, the first week you move up, it's usually a rough awakening, but you grind it out and try to do the best that you can, collect those trophies, and try to keep improving your team. Hey Wally, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Always good to have you here. So Ray actually just got promoted up, or his guild did, up to Silver League. So that's a pretty big feat, and we're talking about how it's awesome that they moved up, and it's going to be a little bit of a tough challenge moving forward, just because when you first move up a league, you're facing teams that a little stronger than you typically when you're first joining in. But that's not necessarily the worst thing, and it gives you an opportunity to collect some Guild War items that you can hopefully potentially use, and if nothing else, hopefully you can improve your Titans and your heroes a little bit, so that you're better prepared for the next one. Especially because they had such a tight win. It was 880 to 876, which is good. It's really good. All right, so moving on back here. So Legacy of the Great Ones, we have a short event. Basically after this one, that will lead us into Monday, right? So I believe it's just like a short 1-day event. Trying to remember exactly what it was, but I'm pretty sure we have a short event, and then we have another event Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday through Friday, very similar to what we have now. So just a lot of mini events coming up. So I personally think I'm going to start saving more and more items. I know a lot of these tasks typically involve grabbing soul stones, so I'm going to try to avoid that, because I'm really trying to save some soul stones for Winterfest. That's really the goal here. We're still in early December. I don't need to burn that many items to get soul stones right now if I can avoid it. So that is kind of the plan right now, because we're going to have some big events. Well, I say big, but some regular events that are just going to be coming up a lot more often. I think Hero Wars is going to try to advertise it as like, oh, we're having a lot of fun events all at one time, so you get a lot of good chances to get resources. But obviously the caveat there is that you do have to spend some financial monies to reap that reward, or maximize your opportunity. So it's a little bit of a give and take, so it's a little tough there, but we'll see how this all plays out. A lot of interesting events. Well, I say interesting, but a lot of events coming on rapid fire very, very soon. So that's just something to be expecting if you weren't already aware. And I'll probably make it more clear what specific events we're talking about. But I think we're gonna have something with like Guardians of the Outland probably, and a couple other ones that are kind of minor, but come around quick, and that's just something to expect. We're gonna have some rapid fire events. In the meantime, we also saw, and I gotta go back to the Facebook page here in a second, we do have an idea of what the Winterfest skins are going to be. So looking here, we have a pretty good idea that we're looking at Alvinor here. This looks like Fafnir. I mean, to be expected. Pretty brand new hero. And then this is kind of the toss-up, but a lot of people are telling me it's going to be Phobos. That is kind of the general consensus, I feel like, which makes sense, right? You can kind of see the shape of the body and the hand, and then you have a little Santa Claus like beard almost. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if that is the case, and I kind of want to take a closer look at these three real briefly if that is the case. I can make a video on this as well for those who want a shorter version of it or whatnot, but that is kind of what I'm expecting based on those images, and I agree with the people, the people as in like the Hero Wars community, who are saying that. So Alvinor, this one's pretty straightforward. It looks like you got the tail of Alvinor right there. Not a whole lot of analysis needs to go into this one. Pretty straightforward. You got the tail right there. It works for the deer look, on point. And then you've got Fafnir here, and pretty obvious, I would say, based off of what we're looking at, right, image-wise. So you have the anvil right here, where the anvil's on the bottom, but you got the hammer right here. No other hero that we know of thus far. I mean, unless this is a crazy Jew with an anvil as well, but come on, we know that's that's Fafnir. Then you got Phobos here most likely, and Fafnir, right? So not a super popular hero at this time, but someone I think who's a hero to watch. I think he's someone who could have some versatility and usage down the line, and I think he'll be great against boss fights. He's not going to be necessarily your go-to in a PvP or player matchup. But I think he's someone who could definitely be a factor down the line. So someone to keep an eye on. I'm keeping an eye on him. You never know when Hero Wars decide to tweak things just enough to mess people up. And I think he's someone that will be good against bosses. I don't think he's going to be a phenomenal, player versus player hero. He's just not really built for that. But I think he's really good for those opportunities when you are fighting a boss. Kind of like Ju, right? Ju's phenomenal against bosses. He's okay against PvP, but he's not really built for that. All right, let's see. Surprised Fafnir got a skin so soon, but all good with that. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely, I understand that, but I do think that Hero Wars likes to release that first skin pretty soon after a drop of, what the, new hero is. And plus, we have another hero coming up already, right? We got 2 heroes coming in, actually, with Kayla and her brother, Aiden. So, we got some new heroes coming in, and so I think it makes sense that they're going to drop a skin for the newer-ish hero so that you're like, don't forget about him. But like also, we got new content coming in, which is classic. Because I think the next real step that Hero Wars needs to implement is going to be having an event almost for Ascension, because we haven't unlocked any new extra skills other than those few that we have. I think like Thea, Nebula, so on and so forth, right? So we definitely still have a lot of room for that kind of stuff that needs to start getting released. So, just thoughts out there, keep in mind. And Phobos here, obviously, interesting that he's facing the opposite direction, but I don't think that really changes too much here. We can see that he's got his hands. Although they are look much nicer hands than usual, because he usually has those like really long talons. But, very similar to this Illusionist skin, like you said. Who was that? Francis, right? Yeah, so if you look at the Illusionist skin that helps, yeah, you can see the hands, right? So you don't have the normal talons that you would normally have, but, everything else is pretty much in line. He doesn't have the beard here that you would be expecting, but you can kind of see a beard here on this stellar skin of him, so it's kind of a combination of the two, if you will. I don't know. I think Phobos is actually probably the best skin of the options that you have here. Obviously, Alvinor, again, decent against boss fights, not really going to be a hero that you want go to probably in your number 1 or even number 2 teams for Grand Arena or COW, what have you. So nice option, but not necessarily the top skin. I think the best skin of those 3 will probably be Phobos. So I'm not like super amped on that. I mean, whatever. Not really any heroes that I use. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but we'll see how it goes. So. All right, we need to enchant a glyph. That's always something that we do typically as we start here. But let me make sure I didn't miss anything in the comments here. Did you see the new Winterfest skins? Yeah, we did. We just talked about it, right? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Most teams are running a truce right now, concentrating on Clash of Worlds. I'm telling you, Clash of Worlds is a time eater. There's no good solution for it. They need I don't know. Surprise Fafnir's. Yep, okay. Saving all my COW trophies to upgrade the Super Titans when released. Okay, alright. Let's see, hold on. Let me enchant a glyph, and then I'll take a closer look at the COW shop. Make sure I'm on the same page here. Guess we'll upgrade this final glyph of Lars. And then we won't go to this 40 just yet, but we will work on Aurora, actually. I'd like to get this level 20 to 25. Because she is on one of my squads that I use pretty regularly. I'd really like to avoid having too many heroes with glyphs under 25 if I can avoid it. So we're going to get this one up to 20. This one as well. And then we'll stop on the glyph front for now. But, these are heroes that I use in COW all the time. And so I really would like to minimize how many of my top 15 heroes or 20 heroes, whatever, that are below glyph level 20, because it's not super hard to get them to 20. The hard ones are after level 40, right? So if I can take advantage of it while I can, I should. And so that's kind of my thought process there. So, all right, let's take a look at what you were talking about here in the Clash of Worlds shop. Let's hop up there. Make sure I don't have any hits left to give. I do not. Excellent. Which now means I can go to the shop, which is the merchant here. And, alright, so let's take a look. You're talking about upgrading the new Titans. I'm not sure. Let's see. You were talking about upgrading the new Super Titans when released. Clash of Worlds release. Super Titans. Maybe you're kind of knowing something more than I know on this one, but based on my understanding, are you talking about the skins themselves? Or, I mean, not the skins, the totems themselves? Or are you talking about the actual Super Titan heroes? Because I'm curious. That might be something new that I didn't know about. Anyway, let's keep going on here. Daniel made it sound like Aiden will get released with an event mid-December. Do you think there will be a third new hero for Winterfest? No, I think it's going to just be these two. I think we're going to see Kayla right through the calendar itself, the Advent calendar. We'll see Kayla, and I think I did. Let's see if I can have it up here. Did drop. Whoop. Let's just. Do I still have it up? No, I don't. Okay, so I had a picture of the entire calendar, and it's on the video that I released. But based on what we saw here, everything is going to be Kayla related. So I do think we will have an event that will be focused on Aiden, right? It's going to be like a short introductory kind of a deal for a new hero for Aiden. And I think with that, we'll be able to acquire Aiden Soul Stones. And I don't know if we'll be able to get Kayla. I think Kayla is just going to, based on what I'm seeing, going to solely be based on the Advent calendar, which is a little annoying. Because I think what's going to end up happening is, you know how we have the sending gifts through the Christmas tree that is here? I'm sure that the last 2 days will focus on Aiden and Kayla so that you can try to acquire more soul stones that way. So that is what I think will happen. I don't think we'll have a third hero. Well, if we do, I'd be very surprised. I'll put it that way. I don't see us having a third hero. I think two's more than enough to upgrade. That's plenty. But maybe that's just my opinion. I mean, I feel like we already got a lot going on in the game. If they should add anything, it's going to be the Ascension related, like new skills, in my opinion, because right now gameplay is kind of stagnant on that front. But everything else, unless I personally feel like they should have introduced, just one hero instead of two. But that's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Possibly a third hero that is coming in like a cat. Charlie on Hero Wars had some images of that third hero. Oh man, maybe this is just me not wanting a new hero, but like that sounds terrible. We really need another hero right now. Oh wow, okay, well that expresses kind of how I was feeling about that. I won't go into that any further, but let's just make sure I grab this energy. I think I did, but just in case. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need a third hero of them, coming in, but maybe that's just me. And we're gonna grab this too because I'm pretty sure I didn't. So, oh man, I don't like that. Okay, new cat hero potentially. Charlie on Hero Wars Central. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I believe it would be Aiden. If a third, that would be a wild card. Yeah, I really kind of am hoping that we don't have that, but I'm not the one who makes the rules on this, but that would be a lot. I'm gonna just put it that way. I don't think I have a better way to phrase it other than that'd be a lot. So, all right, we grabbed our energy, and the last thing we need to grab still are the boxy gifts that I did not grab. I think everything else I have gotten. Yep, looks good. Okay, so with that, we can close that tab there. We are now fully in Hero Wars swing mode. All right. So, I mean, I like the looks of Kayla and Aiden. Two things I think are always tough when you have simultaneous heroes that are, like, related. You basically have to build a team around them and have that team in mind when you're constructing them in a sense. And they eat up a lot of resources. And typically, the problem with twins is they eat up the same resource, like a fair amount of the same resources. And I realize that might not be the case for artifacts for these two, right? But most likely for the items that you need to enhance your team, and of course my computer's freezing up here, it eats up so many items. I mean, I'm just thinking from just the twins, right? So I've been working on upgrading them a little bit. You have Lars and Krista. The sheer number of Lamort cards that I've had to construct, and I'm not even done with them, is crazy. Gujo, yo, nice to have you here. Love the emoji. Love it, love it, love it. Hey Prax, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Ray said using the coins for the totems. All right, now I'm on the same page. I know exactly what you're talking about. I gotcha. Won't the light and dark titans get super? The light and dark titans will get a super. Yeah, they will get super titans. That's for sure. But not until next year. So it's going to be after December. It's going to be probably, my guess is late January, early February, maybe even closer to March, but no later than March probably is what I'm thinking they will do, because March is when Hero Wars birthday starts, and that's when they need to start thinking about a new pet. So, I mean, they have some, preset cycles. They do like to release a pet typically a couple months after their birthday. Is just how they've done things the last couple of years since they've had pets. So, there's some, I don't want to be like expectations, but there's some things that we expect to see. No, Prax, we're going to see Aiden in the second half of December. So, the assumption is we're going to have an event probably around December 14th, right? The event, my guess, right? Let me check the calendar. Let's check the calendar here. But right now we're on the 3rd, okay? And we're on the 3rd today. Next weekend, we have, a miscellaneous event. But I think the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, we start seeing a event that relates to Aiden that allows us to acquire soul stones of him. Now, what those tasks entail, I have no idea at this time, but that's my assumption, is we're going to see something, the weekend before the 23rd, because the 23rd is going to be Winterfest. That is, well, I guess essentially 19th through whatever, 23rd, and then the second half of Winterfest goes to the 30th. Then you have, the new year, right? So a couple days, you got a new event. So really, it's got to be next weekend. It's not going to, well, the weekend after next weekend. It's got to be. There's no other real location that they can put this event. And based on the way Daniel's been talking, based on the videos that we've seen, we've got a pretty good idea. We're going to be seeing Aiden second half of December. He made it abundantly clear no sooner than that. So we're going to see him in December. Like 99% sure, based off of, the conversation he had, and just kind of the way that they've been talking about it. That's almost guaranteed. I'm going to say it is guaranteed, but it's like a 99%. We're pretty sure. Okay. They could change things up. Advent calendar is new. I think this advent calendar is a spin-off. It's a one-time thing. Well, I say it's a one-time thing. They're going to see how it does, is probably my opinion. And I think the other thing, too, is I think Hero Wars is testing people's interest in spending money on everyday items, and they're just sprinkling in some new content here with Kayla, right? So they're like, if we put in a new hero and we make it so that it's basically a one-time kind of a deal in terms of, you get to spend $5, $3, whatever it is, on this type of task 1 month, can we make substantially more revenue? And so I think they're looking at it from a standpoint of how much more money do we bring in with this calendar type event, and do we use it during Winterfest when people are, or right before Winterfest when people are thinking that they're getting ready to spend more money. And when I say more money, right, Winterfest is a big event for them. That's where they make a lot of money. Revenue comes in. So, here you're kind of seeing like, okay, these are the normal items, but they're obviously offering a winter pass. So this is I would say spin-off of the elemental, seasonal, a different season kind of a deal, where we typically have that 4th pass. This is the exact same thing, except it's exponentially cheaper, and the rewards are much less, right? and all you need to do to acquire these rewards is, log in. So I think it's pretty interesting to see, kind of how they're approaching it. But that's how I would equate this advent calendar. I don't know if they're going to keep it, but I think this is a testing period, and I would expect that if we see the same thing and it did well, I expect this price to go up. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Usually the first one of these kinds of events are pretty affordable. Like, this is, I think, a pretty fair. This is what I think, the calendar is actually worth, which makes me think that Hero Wars would increase the price. I don't know if you remember the first time we had the Elemental season, right, with the new totems. It was super, super affordable. It was like $14-15. I was like, this is a steal. And I think I mentioned, like, if you needed totems, like, you should be getting this exact, what do you call it? You should be getting this particular season, because it was like $15. It was super cheap. And I thought it was way worth the value. And then, as soon as that happened, the next 2 seasons, they increased the price. So I could see that being the case here in the near future. Just throwing that out there, just letting people know. Yeah, 2 new heroes plenty, 3 would be overkill. Do Facebook and web and mobile usually get the same new hero for Winterfest? I don't want 3 new heroes in December, just looking at the past to predict this year. So no. Based on what I've seen, they don't always get the same hero, but trying to think. I think mobile's gonna get 1 new hero, and I don't think it's gonna be both. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't see it happening. I think we're gonna see something else. So, like, I'm trying to think, who do we have that mobile doesn't have? If anybody, I'm trying to think. They have Amira. They have all of those. I could see that cat, and I haven't looked at Hero War Central, so I haven't looked at his videos yet, so I don't really know what what's being said by Hero War Central, but I'm hoping maybe that cat is the hero that we'll see for mobile and not for Facebook and web. Haven't seen it, can't comment on it, so because I really don't know, but that would be my hope. Just being completely honest with that. I'm not really sure how things will play out on that front, but yeah, we'll see what happens. A lot of questions. I mean, they could do the same hero for mobile, for Facebook and web. Facebook and web are almost unanimously the same, but for mobile, it's been a toss-up. So I'm going to go with, I'm not 100% sure it's going to change. You never know. You never know with mobile. Personally, I like it when they're different because it gives us some insight into the future, in a sense. I can think of putting a few extra words in front of that if they do drop 3 heroes in December. Yeah, let's not hope not. Let's hope not. Did you hear anything about the glitch that let some people open get all the advent calendar gifts except the last one on the first day? Yes. Wow, sorry, that was a tongue twister. Yes, I did hear about that. And actually, that's how I was able to post. I don't know if you saw this. On my video, I do kind of show or outline all of the days. And I think, let's see, calendar here with the advent calendar. Put this on mute. All right, well, it's kind of being a little annoying here. Let's see. The bottom line is, like, there was kind of some clear-cut days that we were going to get Kayla Soulstones. Okay, well, sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, all right, so we're just going to keep moving forward. But basically, bottom line is what I saw there was that we would be seeing, okay, what the heck is going on? All right, you know what? We're just going to reopen Safari. Safari's being Safari's being like that. Okay, sorry guys. All right. So we're gonna hop back on to Hero Wars here, and hey Jimmy, nice to have you here. Yo 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 to you, Tanya. Hello to you. Thank you for joining the live stream. I'm getting some spotty Wi-Fi. I apologize, and so things are kind of slowing up on my end. I apologize. For instance, I had the opportunity to claim all prize on November 30th because of my time zone, but I didn't. Yeah, so what happened was the first day it got released, you actually had a chance to click on all these, and it gave you all the rewards. So, you know, I think that's cool for those people, but it is, you know, less fun, I think, because you don't get to open them all. But if I remember correctly, I think most of these days were all soul stones. I'm trying to remember what the bells were. Not quite sure off the top of my head. But I did see Kayla, I think, in all of these gingerbread locations. I think those are all Kayla Soulstones. So I think it's 10, 10, 10. So my understanding was if you play, you know, basically 2 weeks, you get all 30, which 30 is exactly what you need to summon up Kayla. So if you bought the pass, right, the $4 or $5 pass, then you could get Kayla on the very first open, right? And you can still get her on the very first open. So this just gets multiplied by 3 if you decide to get the winter pass. So just something, you know, something there. I'm sure some people did summon her. But yeah, Kayla's pure and physical and pure damage. Aiden will be a mage healer. I expect different resources will be needed. Yes and no. I would say it's very, very, to me, it's very reminiscent of Corvus and Morgan, right? Granted, they're not siblings. They're like father-daughter, I think, something along those lines. But what you'll see here is that a lot of the traits are similar. They're not exactly the same, but items, if I remember correctly, yeah, I guess they don't have as much overlap, but, you know, it's still a lot of work. I mean, it's still, let's see, skills, skins. Okay, I guess it is a little different, right? You got a little different in the upgrades and stuff, but it's still working on 2 different heroes, and I think in another degree, right, it's almost annoying in a different rate because you have, if I'm correct here, oh no, okay, they fall into the same branch, I guess, right? So that works out. Okay, so I guess there are some pros to having, you know, siblings, but I still think it's annoying that you have to work on 2 heroes, and, you know, you have less creativity, I think, with the other 3 heroes. But, you know, maybe that's just me. I don't know. I just think 2 heroes is a lot. And I mean, I have enough trouble upgrading 1 at a time, let alone 2. That's where I stand. I get it. So yeah, I guess some of the resources might be a little bit different. I get it, Francis. Still a lot of resources, and it still eats away your energy. And if we look at the generic stuff, it's still, you know, fair amount of the same resources. But that's the same for every hero. Oh well, you know what I mean. I'm just saying it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see. Heidi said she got it on her web account, but not her Facebook one. You know, Hero Wars can sometimes be quick on fixing those glitches. Sometimes they're not. So, sounds like, you know, you were able to take advantage on the web side of things, but maybe not necessarily on the Facebook side. I mean, I didn't get it. That's for sure. The $4 deal is actually a great deal to send on, but not it's able to invest at this time. Yeah, I actually think that this is a fair price. Not that anyone asked me, but I think this is a fair price for what it is. I personally am just like not really in a spending mood right now. I mean, there's a lot going on in general during this time. So, you know, it's just one of those times that I'm not a big spender if I can avoid it during this time outside of what I need to get things. So, yeah, you know, totally on the same page with you there, Wally. Absolutely. The price is good. More of low-cost things for the poor. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good send. Wally says it was around $18 to $20. I mean, I personally think that Hero Wars would probably put this in the future at closer to $5. I'm surprised they put it at $3.39. I'm not really sure what they are basing that off of, but whatever. I mean, I think it's a pretty fair deal on that end. We may get 3 new heroes. Mobile is the cat hero. Okay, thank goodness. I did think that. I was like, we can't be having 3 new heroes. I think 2 heroes is more than enough. Don't need 3. But yeah, okay, that's good. It's reassuring that we have, you know, new heroes, and the new cat hero is on mobile. Okay, so that's good. Reassuring news for sure. Charlie said on his show that there will be 3 new heroes in December. Yeah, hopefully he's saying that in a generalized way, and he's saying that one of them is for mobile and 2 of them are for Facebook and web. But we'll see. I mean, I'll have to take a little bit more research on it. I'll get back to you tomorrow. We'll be back. We'll have a live stream tomorrow. We'll talk about it a little bit more then. I'll be a little more prepared. I was only thinking of 2, so we'll look at it. Yeah, Heidi, send me a screenshot. Yeah, if you got one, hit me up on Discord and send that to me. I'll take a look. Absolutely happy to look at it. Good evening, Rantop. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Tanya says she got Kayla, and she's super cool. I agree. I like the way that Kayla looks. I think personally, if they actually do end up working on Ascension for her, could be something worth checking out. I think that would be pretty sweet. So, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of, I think that would be a pretty cool thing, right? If we're looking in Asgard here, and you go into, well, once it loads, you go into Ascension Spire here. And they add in these Ascension skills. I think that would be sweet. I think that would be really good. I think she'd have some pretty cool options and upgrades, and I think that her physical attack would just be that much more dangerous. So I'm pretty excited to see kind of, if and when they get around to Ascension again, they need to, Hero Wars. If you're watching this, you need to get back to Ascension. That's your homework. But I think it's pretty cool that, that these skills would definitely be unlocked. I really think that would be nice. And a huge pickup. I think she's a prime example. That would be very, very helpful to have it in the future as a back pocket item. But again, Hero Wars needs to get on the ball here and fit and start adding in some Ascension Spire stuff down the road. All right, let's see. I do have a Facebook friend who also got the glitch. Got it. Francis, I totally agree that leveling 2 heroes at once is a lot, but at least it's a mix of Fangs and Lamorts, not all Lamorts. Yeah. I could see that, but, I complain about it, but it makes it easier, too, because if you, if you get too many of an item, right, it bleeds into the second hero. So, I mean, on the back end, right, you don't have to worry about getting a perfect number. You're okay with getting excess. Whereas with the... what do you call it? With the 2 separate heroes, the excess is kind of like not lost on you, but you're not able to utilize it as effectively with your team unless you already know where the rest of your squad is. You know what I mean? Perfect. Thank you, Heidi. I will take a look once we are. Let's see. Well, let's see. Maybe we can find it right here on Discord. We'll take a look. Yeah, I don't know. I think Fangs are also like one of those things where it's like, it's a kind of it's a tedious item. I mean, I personally would rather just farm for Lamorts. I think they'd have a higher drop rate actually, and I think Fangs actually have a slightly lower drop rate. I can't explain why I think that is, but based on my farming, that's how I felt. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the same level, and I'm just overthinking it. But that's kind of where we're at. All right, so obviously right now we have the Legacy of the Great Ones. Pretty chill event, not really going crazy here. Expeditions, I've missed a couple days, so not going to expect too much out of myself there. Soul Stones, sure. Artifact chests. Now, you know what? We'll do a couple, but obviously I'm still trying to save because we're going to need 200 when we get around to... So I'm going to keep at least 20 here. But we're going to need 200 when we get to the point of... Winterfest, right? So the second half of Winterfest asks us to open a bunch of these keys. So like one of the things to do is to keep starting to accumulate these and, just making sure you're upgrading just enough to where you keep getting those daily rewards because, it adds up. And we do have a need for these keys coming up. So just something to keep in mind. I'm going to see, okay, so we did get the free key as well, right? Yep, we did. Okay, so just keep in mind that you're going to need keys, so that's something that I've been kind of trying to build up a little bit. Not a whole lot, obviously, but, you know, something to keep an eye on. We got some bottled energy there from Boxy Gift, some Chaos Particles. I always need Chaos Particles. So let's take a look. We also have our pets, right? Got Chaos Particles to use. I want to use them on our pet Axel, who is the main pet that I'm now working on. Now that we've officially completed Albus. Look at this guy. He's a little chonker. He's all itemed out. So he is officially on the completion list for now, which means Axel is the next upgrade. So we're going to start with Axel here. Typically I like to go with the lower parts of the item because they cost more. But today we're going to switch it up and go for the excellent Dawnstone. It does actually give you more bang for your buck, I guess, quicker in terms of you get more skill power and magic penetration, or basically like more skill power faster. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really make a huge difference. I mean, early days you'll feel stronger, but it's not going to be like the biggest difference. Just going to be honest with you there. So we're at the tree here, pet summoning eggs. We're going to need to start saving up for those as well. Chorus, we're trying to acquire more Chorus Soulstones, but it's a slow process. It's not like one that we can just rush into, so we're not going to even try going there. Let's see, Titan Valley. I haven't looked at this in a second. No, honestly, I feel like I have definitely been opening up a lot more stuff lately than I have typically. There's nothing wrong with hoarding up some items and saving them up. I personally just don't like to have too many things saved. I like to kind of have a balance, in my opinion, of saving some, but not too much, right? So obviously it's never bad to save a lot, but you do still need to keep in mind that at some point you will need to access your variable items, right? So I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying you have to, but yeah. I did spend the $4. Yeah, it's a good deal. Praxis, I want to see a Zeri Ascension upgrade. Hey, I'm right there with you. Ascension upgrade would be great. Let's see. So we got Heidi here. Yeah, so that's nice right there. You can see right from here that you get Kayla across the board, and Kayla here. Not really sure what this times 3. Get 3 times as many gifts. Oh, so this is what? So this is like if it's active. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. So yeah, we can kind of clearly see what the items are that we're getting. I mean, obviously, 3 of those items, pretty cool. I mean, I guess if you have the ×3 reward, but if you just have 1, you know, not bad either. But this bow only came as a singular. Huh. I wonder what that means for everyone else. I guess we'll see what this, you know, what this really shakes out to be. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing 1,002. 1,002. 1,002. So that's the same as what I got. Get 3 times as many gifts in Kayla's Soulstone. So what are the gifts then? Because I'm seeing the Soulstones look very much so like you got a lot more. But the items themselves, they look the same. Did you end up getting, you know, if you bought it, did you get 3,000 of these? And 6 of these? How did that work? Well, for those of you guys who have the ×3 and have it open and have it activated, let me know how that works. I'm kind of curious. ×3 only applies to Gingerbread Man tiles and Bell tiles. Okay. So Gingerbread I know is... Okay, I see you. I see you. So it only applies to some of them. Okay, well then in that case, I do feel like this price is pretty fair. Let's see. Ah, okay, that explains the bigger numbers here. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I feel like that's not terrible. I mean, these emerald pulls are going to be great if that's the case. I'll take 1,000 free emeralds, absolutely. So, yeah, that looks pretty fun. I'm looking forward to kind of picking up some free emeralds. I'm not going to probably be spending them that quickly, hopefully. But yeah, something to keep in mind. We also, that reminds me, we should probably look at Arena. I really have a tough time doing this Arena every single day, seemingly. I just never get around to it. So we'll see how this fight goes. I might not have the edge in Ascension. We'll see what happens. But yes. However, 2,000 blue items alone. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. It had to do with being the 30th of November. Times 3 only applies to gingerbread men and bell tiles. Got it. Yep. Specialty pets would be an addition in 2023. We'll definitely see some pets, I think, in 2023. As for the specifics on that, I don't know what kind of pets we'll see, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they'll do with some designs. They always come with something creative. I really did not foresee Axel being the way that he is. It's cool. I like it. So I'm excited to see how Hero Wars adapts with some pets, but we're definitely not seeing any pets, I don't think, before the year is out. Hero Wars kind of told us they're going to be bombarding us with events from now until the end of the month, right? And even then we'll have another, first of the year, January 1st event. And after that we'll have just basically a bombardment of events. We're going to have 2 new heroes, Winterfest. It's just going to be crazy. So I'm not really expecting too much more that they can do at this time. It's just, there's a lot, and I don't think there's so much that they can really do with it. Let's see, CyberCon strong boxes. We'll open those. Let's see. I'm going to keep those Rufus dolls as they are. Wish crystals. We're going to just open these. Actually, take that back. We're not going to open that because I need those. These I like to open because they're random and I don't have any control over them. When they're random, there's no point, at least in my mind, to hold on to them. Whereas these wish crystals, where I can pick which item I'm going to get, we should hold on to them because you never know when they're going to come in handy and what you might specifically need. So, all right, so that is the basics there. Airship, I think we got one more task. No, we've done all our expeditions are up. Daily quest, Emerald Exchange. We should still do another arena fight if we can. At least one more. Well, there's a similar opponent that we just fought against. So we'll try it out. New Titans in mid-January. Yeah, I think that's kind of what they're planning. I think we'll see at least one Titan, I think, in mid to late January. That's for sure. Gotcha. All right, Gujo, thanks for stopping in. Thank you for hitting that like button as well. Always appreciate it. Yeah, Kayla worked outstanding in the Asgard fight. I could definitely see that being the case. And yes, I will definitely be live tomorrow. I'll probably post in the Discord and let y'all know. But yeah, so we're going to let this fight play out here. But I could see Kayla being a good hero in Ascension because of her ability to burn and just deal massive damage, I think, over time. And assuming you get her strong enough and pair her up with her twin, I think that'll be very impressive. That's for sure. All right, let's take a look here. I don't need these soul stones, but I'll pick them up. I have enough Grand Arena coins to tide me over. So I'll trade those in. Daily quest, nice. That really kind of wraps up what we needed to do for that portion of this. All right, so in that case, right, I'm going to go ahead and hop on into our Ascension fight, and we're going to see how this plays out. So, because I don't have Kayla unlocked yet, I can't test with her yet, but it wouldn't be that beneficial if I don't have Aiden. So we're going to take it easy on that for now, but I do think that that's something in the future. We'll be doing some guild battles once Aiden and Kayla are both available, so that'll be something we'll look at, and that's something to look forward to in my opinion. So we're also going to hop into Guild Raid here. My plan before we wrap up is I'm going to just recap kind of what the plan is kind of moving forward for the contest, right? So I did post the Discord. If you missed it, the Discord ones are now up and running for December. The plan for the upcoming Saturday rewards, right? So starting next weekend, I'm going to be dropping the video for that or the videos for that for Facebook and web sometime either before tomorrow's live stream, which I'm planning on doing around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or after the stream. So one of those two times will be when I end up dropping those vids. So just a heads up there. Sent you this shot of Facebook account without getting the glitch. Kayla works really well with Marcus. We'll have to once we start getting her available. I'm looking forward to testing with her. I think that'll be kind of fun. There's gonna be, I think, a lot of decent combinations. And I know they said they revamped Kayla, but I don't think too many people have Kayla maxed out to the point where that was a huge concern for most players. But yeah, definitely something that we're gonna have to take a look at once Kayla is officially, like I'd say, released to everyone, and Aiden gets put out there as well. So let's go ahead and get our standard fight in here with Isaac, Jew, Nebula, Sebastian, and Martha. Deal some damage and wrap up the stream for today. We're gonna have no winners today or tomorrow, but once those videos are out, we'll be starting and we'll have winners next weekend. So the plan is to be streaming tomorrow, and we'll be talking about events that are upcoming. We'll also be talking about the new pets. I'm going to look at this mobile pet as well and try to get some more information for y'all so that I can be on the same page. And we'll be prepping for the upcoming Winterfest pretty soon. That is kind of the game plan for tomorrow's stream. So today is kind of one of those chiller days. We just kind of talked about some of the things that have been going on. And tomorrow we'd be looking a little bit ahead to the future for the upcoming rewards. And we're going to have contest winners starting next weekend. So exciting stuff moving forward. E-Rain said, is the FAF getting a hero day in Winterfest? You summon him at 2-star or 3-star? Is Fafnir going to get a hero? Any hero that is going to be getting a skin will have a hero day. It's almost guaranteed. So, yes, I will say Fafnir is going to have a day where we can get his soul stones during Winterfest. So Winterfest, there's always a day that any heroes are getting a new skin. So we already established that Fafnir, Alvinor, and Phobos are going to be 3 heroes with the new skin. So those 3 heroes will be having a day where we can acquire their soul stones by simply sending gifts to other players. So that is a guarantee based on past events and how we've done things in the past. So that will definitely happen. So yes, E-Rain, and you can summon Fafnir, I believe, at 2-star. That's where I have him. So yeah, 2-star will summon Fafnir. Remember, 10 soul stones get you the first 1-star, and so 30 soul stones gets you a 2-star. So Fafnir, I believe, was a 30 soul stone summon. Kayla, when you summon her, she will be a 2-star because 30 soul stones is a 2-star summon. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me here on this live stream. We'll be having more stuff for you tomorrow. We'll be streaming tomorrow, probably around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be shooting a message out in the Discord, but I love hanging out with y'all and look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon in Dominion. I hope you guys have a